I'm working on my 2009 Chevy Cobalt, and today I'm going to be replacing the driver's side window. And the current mileage on the vehicle is 379,002 miles. Looks like there is some damage other than the window. Looks like there's a little damage to the door panel. So I'm going to replace that at some other point. This car has fully tinted windows, so because I don't really want to ride around with one non-tinted window, I might replace the passenger side window too until I can get them retinted. Fortunately, I do have an entire parts car that I can just pull the windows out of. Remove the door panel. Need a Phillips screwdriver for the screw up here. Couple screws down here, a pick to remove the manual window crank, and then a 10mm socket with a extension to remove the window. Because this one has a manual window crank and the other one's a power window, it's a little bit different but basically the same. The biggest thing is not to lose the clip. So I put the clip back in. So basically, you push this away from the door panel, get your pick tool in there, kind of wrap it around, and then just pull up. To put it back on, you just put the clip back on, and then you can just put it against there and hammer it on. Remove the Phillips screw, which is already gone. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is remove where the door pull is. Take a pick and remove the cover that covers up the two Phillips screws. Most of the time these covers break because they're so brittle. And there's two Phillips screws in here. Next thing I'm going to do is pull the door panel, get a trim tool and put it in between the door panel and the door. Create a little gap, and then just give it a quick pull. Same thing on the other side. The whole thing just comes right off. Then to disconnect the door handle, you want to pull up on the bottom part of this little clip, and it just pulls right up and pulls right off. Remove the vapor barrier. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is slightly roll down the window so the bolt is visible through this access hole right here and right there. So you just need to micro adjust the window to make that bolt line up. And that's just a 10mm. You're going to want to use a deep socket. Alright, adjust the window so the bolt goes up and down and lines up perfectly with this hole. Then take my 10mm deep socket. Now to do the other side. And same thing, you just want to adjust it slightly so it lines up. Now you can roll down the window and hold the window in place. Remove the rubber weather stripping. tilt it slightly past the frame, and just move it out. Let me get you a closer look at the clamps that hold the window in place. Here are the 10mm nuts you loosen up, and that holds a little clamp that holds the window in place just by tightening that down. And there's one on each side. So let me take apart the door panel in my 2009 Chevy Cobalt and slap in this window. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing on this car. Ignore the annoying beeping noise. So because this one has power windows, I'm going to need to pull up on this and disconnect the power window module. Basically one clip just pushes down, the whole thing comes right out. This is this car originally had manual windows, so I did a power window swap. Okay, you're going to remove the two 10mm bolts in the same spot. So at this point, if your window's been busted out, you want to vacuum all the glass in there, otherwise you'll hear rattling forever. And there is the clamp on one side and clamp on the other side. So I'm going to get the new glass, slip it in here, and go from there. So the glass off my parts car, if you can see, is actually factory glass, so that's cool. I usually get some tape to hold it in place. That way you don't drop it, break it, and have to start from scratch. Make sure it's on the track, and then you can gently lower it down or bring the window up. Line up the holes. factory specification on both sides. Put the vapor barrier back on. Test it out. Looking good. Okay, slap the door panel back on, and you want to make sure you re-hook up your door release. There we go. Because I'm not going to retint this window until it gets warmer outside, maybe closer to the summertime, I am going to switch out the good passenger side tinted window for the non-tinted window on my parts car, so both driver's side and passenger side match. So let me pull off this passenger side window, and it's basically the same thing as I did the first time, so I'm just going to run through this real quick. Okay, I was going to remove the cable for the door handle, and you can see someone did a little home repair with a Phillips screw. That's not factory. Alright, remove the little trim panel. Then remove the cable for the door handle. Just like on the other side, two 10mm nuts. And remove the weather stripping. Hook back up the power window. Should roll it down. down the nuts that hold the clamp. Test out the window. Weather stripping back on. Now this door glass is going to be safe on my parts car until I might need it. And that is replacing both the driver's side and the passenger side door glass in a 2009 Chevy Cobalt. It's honestly the same for all years of Chevy Cobalts. My parts car is a 2005. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.